Salam.
And we're on. Salam. Here we are again. One more time.
Yep. So today we are, I guess, going to talk about some more lies they attribute to God and His book. And yeah, and you, inshallah, will clarify to them what they are lying from the book.
Yeah, we will continue to demolish and lay bare and make nude their lies and their deception, which they incessantly spew out from their ugly, disgusting mouths through ugly and disgusting lies, and they pretend that it is from God. All these people will burn in hell. And they think because there are many people following them that they are the right ones. It is because they are popular and they have so many people liking what they're doing, it makes them popular. So I guess the gay movement is the right movement then, yeah? Or the lesbian movement or any other sort of movement that has followers. They're the right ones. And we, the messengers of God, are the wrong ones because no one follows us. And throughout eternity, it has been just that. Throughout the eternity that is this creation of mankind, because eternity has a limit as well, yeah?
Yes.
Forever is not forever. Forever is still God wants it to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we cannot make up forever.
Yes.
We can only do what's in front of us with our hands and what power we have been bestowed by God, the Almighty Creator. And the people on the earth seem to think that is a myth. It's a myth that there is a creator. It's so shambolic, this statement that there is a creator who's in control of everything. Obviously, he's not in control of everything. Look, everybody's doing all these bad things. Yeah. So, how can he be in control of everything? Yeah. I would like to see the look on their faces when he shows them how.
Yeah.
I already know it. I already see it, how he does it. And it's amazing. And that in itself is a deception. Yeah.
Yes.
The self belief that we actually have control over things because of ourselves, yeah. And no other person is intervening and stopping us, so that means there's nobody who can stop us, right? I mean, that's obvious. It is a foregone conclusion that that is the obvious truth. I mean, look, these people keep saying that the end is going to come and the end doesn't come, so these people are lying. Obviously. I mean, I'm not the only one, right? I mean, there are other people who talk about God
Yep.
and they say a lot of good about God as well. But the problem is they mix it with the most obnoxious lie or lies invented, and they seem to think that they're going to get away with it because they're getting away with it.
Yeah.
uh, it's such a joke. Huh? What can we do? Anyway, so we're going to go and revisit some of our old favorites from
Yeah.
last couple of times as well. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that caricature from Saudi. That guy just gives me the funnies. Yeah, I can't stop laughing looking at that character. I think he's the first one we're going to talk about today. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let's bring him on, shall we? Shall we bring him on?
Yes.
I think we should, huh? Why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Let's bring him on. I mean, we have to see his ugly face to prove that this is what the bugger is actually saying. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the guy. Yeah. Are you seeing?
Yes, I am seeing him.
Okay. Let me know if you can hear it as well when I play. So I'll play and you tell me when to stop.
Okay.
And the title is why do some hadith contradict each other? Question. I mean, is that actually a statement? Like, is it true? Let's see what he says anyway. All right.
So one abrogates the other. Like in the 3 verses of the Quran talking about intoxicants, that they ask you about intoxicants and gambling. Say there is some benefit and there's a lot of harm, and the harm is more than outweighs the benefit.
Okay, this is a complete lie right from the beginning. Yeah, it doesn't say there is a lot more harm in that. Yeah, the harm is greater in. I mean, like these people, they will just utter garbage, And how is it abrogated exactly in these three signs that he's talking
Okay.
about?
Yeah, we will listen. Let's.
Okay, stage one. Stage two, do not approach salat when you are intoxicated until you recognize what you can recite. Okay.
How does that abrogate the fact that you can have alcohol? It's
No,
just
he.
saying, it's no wait. It's just saying the sign says do not come to the prayer till you know what you're saying and you're intoxicated. So just telling you that don't go and pray or communicate with God till you are over your intoxication. Okay, do you get it?
Yes, I get it. Of course, I understand.
So, like, what is this got to do with abrogate? He's trying to say that the Quran is abrogating itself.
Yes,
So, if
yes,
that is a statement, then let's just throw away the Quran.
yes.
Why not? I mean, like, if the Quran is abrogating itself, let's just abrogate the whole Quran. What a I mean, like, how does this guy actually get the gall to utter this nonsense? Yeah,
I mean, he's doing it very confidently as if he
absolutely.
knows.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Again, the background again is beautiful.
Yep.
Your audio is kind of like garbled a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like breaking up. Say something.
Can you hear me now? Is it
Yeah.
better? Okay.
Yeah, there is a little error coming, like static. Anyway, it's it can be listened to with the error. So yeah, so basically he's saying. So let's look at the next one.
Stage three, abrogated both two verses. Stay away from it. فاجتنبوه.
Okay, again, this is the nonsense they utter. Yeah, and I've said it many times. And of course, he's not going to bring the sign that explains it, right?
Yes, he
So
doesn't.
let's continue. Tell me when
And
to
this
stop
is
here.
decisive.
This is decisive. I see. What's decisive is that you're going to burn in hell, you piece of garbage. That's decided. I'm deciding that for you. Don't worry. You don't have to decide or abrogate that. And God ain't going to abrogate that either. You're going to burn in the hellfire. Yeah. And your beard is not going to save you. Trust me. I mean, I don't even think it looks that good either. Yeah. I mean, I've seen better beards than that. what a moron, huh? I mean,
So
what is
this was basically the main thing that I wanted you to listen, and you can just go a little
okay?
further.
Okay,
Uh,
let's listen. Tell
yeah.
me where to stop, and then we will
Okay.
bring the signs that this moron is uttering from his garbage mouth
Yeah.
without understanding. Yeah.
So if you don't understand abrogation and the concept of it, you'd say, oh, three verses that are conflicting, contradicting, the Quran is this and that. And this is all in your mind. If you're unable to know which one came first so that you know which one abrogated which, then you have to start to outweigh which one is more authentic. So Quran.
So the signs in the Quran are less authentic with signs, and we decide which came first. I mean, like, what nonsense! What absolute total nonsense! Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bunk. I mean, total garbage.
No, you can then now stop and bring the
Is
signs
there
and.
anything else in this you want me to listen to before
No,
we?
he's just no, just
Nonsense, more
yeah, yeah,
nonsense. Okay, so
yeah.
let me bring the signs. Can you see the?
Yes, I can see Quran, the
Okay,
website. Yeah.
so let's go to these signs that this moron is talking about. Yeah, the first one is in chapter 2,
Two.
and it is the one with the alcohol. Yeah,
Mhm.
2219. All right, so let's go to this sign which he just uttered from his mouth without giving what the Quran is actually saying. And the sign actually goes, they ask you over the alcohol and the gambling. Now, you is the messenger. Today it would be me. Yeah, ask me, I'll tell you this. In them both evil great and benefit to the mankind. And evil of them both greater from benefit of them both. That's all it's written here. Right? There, what is it? A lot more. Where is it a lot
Yeah.
more? It's greater. That's all. It's not lot greater. How much greater?
Mhm.
Yeah. There's evil and benefit. evil great and benefit, and the evil of them both greater from benefit of them both. That's all. That, if it's 50-50, greater would be 51% evil and 49. Yeah, so
Yeah.
anywhere from 51 to 99.99, because there's some benefit, obviously. you know so this is total nonsense what he uttered. It's just, he doesn't even tell you. I won't even tell you, neither did Muhammad, and neither did any other messenger before Muhammad forbid alcohol, nor Jesus, nor Moses, or anyone else. Yeah, there's no forbidden for prohibition or alcohol being forbidden. There is none of that. It's nonsense.
And I
And
do
then,
want, oh, sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
and they
No.
ask you what they be spending. The Passover. So I tell you, you should spend the Passover what you don't need on these things. Like gambling is one of the biggest curses on the earth, and alcohol is also one of the biggest curses on the earth, as you can see, right? How much evil is done because of alcohol and gambling.
Yes.
And the messenger tells you, don't spend except the Passover, which means what you can throw away and not be left a pauper,
Pop. Yeah.
not be left without sustenance. So, if you don't have enough to sustain yourself, or you don't have enough wealth which you're comfortable by yourself to sustain yourself, yeah, then don't spend anything on these two things. They're not going to be the end of the world that you can't drink alcohol or you can't gamble. And man is a generic gambler. Yeah, I mean, everybody
Yeah.
who says that gambling is forbidden is a bloody liar, just as this guy. Anybody who says alcohol is forbidden is a bloody liar, a goddamn bloody liar. Forsaken to hell for forbidding what God has not forbidden. There's no sign that says something like this so clearly can be overturned by any other sign in the book of God. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
exactly. And
this is where I just say, go to hell. Okay, go ahead. What?
I have a question over here before you move to the next sign. That while I was listening to what other scholars were, so-called scholars, were saying about these signs, so some of them say that the word hamar, which you have translated, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you understand, right? The word
Mhm.
hamar as alcohol, and some people say that hamar is a very broad word and it takes into account all intoxications.
Yeah, I mean, it is absolutely. It is intoxication. But
So
the biggest, what do you call it, uh, argument, or the biggest push by the so-called people who follow this book, who call themselves Muslims and are not, is alcohol, right?
yeah.
Absolutely, this alcohol is a type of intoxicant, and so this is actually alcohol. But if you can look at the other word, intoxicant is a different word. Yeah, being intoxicated is a different word, I believe. Yeah, we can look
Yes.
for it. Let's
Yes.
look for that. Yeah. 443. 443. Sukara is intoxication. Yeah. Khamr is alcohol directly. And there's not one type of alcohol. How many types of alcohols are there?
Yes.
There's like almost 100,000. I don't know how many types of alcohols there are. So, yeah, I mean, this actually, I believe, is alcohol. The word sukara is intoxication or being intoxicated. That's what it means. And we're right at the sign which we're going to talk about. Yeah. As
Right. Yeah.
God would make it so. Yeah.
Yeah.
As always. So this is the other sign this moron talks about. This cancels the last one. What does this say? To those who believe, and obviously he's not even a Muslim, let alone of those who believe, don't you near the prayer and you intoxicated till you know what you say. Okay, so then the rest is for other things that you are on the path and you don't treading path till you wash and you're impure. So that's different. Let's just focus on this one. I mean, if we go into this, it'll be much more complicated. We're
Yeah.
talking just about alcohol or being intoxicated. So it's just telling you, the Spirit is telling you, don't you near the prayer and you intoxicated till you know what you say. So fundamentally, until you're clear in your mind and you're not groggy or can't think straight, you shouldn't come to pray. So this doesn't just include alcohol. This includes any kind of intoxication, whatever you take, be it marijuana or what else can you take as intoxication? Cocaine, heroin. I mean, what?
I
Methamphetamines,
yeah,
fentanyl, whatever makes you crazy in the head that you cannot see clearly. I mean, some of the
satanic
drugs
meds.
actually
Yeah.
make you clearer. So, sure, if you have those drugs and you know better than what you did before, then come and pray. Yeah? But I would suggest that you should not be intoxicated in a way that warps your thinking, which all these drugs do. Yeah,
Yes.
all these drugs intoxicate your thought process, including things that you hear like music, drum beat, words. Everything intoxicates you to a level. Yeah, but we're talking here who are actual physical things that intoxicate you and make your judgment and your thought process uh, seemly, yeah, to what you really are, to your
Yes.
original soul that you are. So that's what it's saying. It's nothing to do with alcohol. It's about any intoxication. So there, that your question just proves the point.
Hmm.
The word here is sukara. This is the word. It means intoxicated or intoxication, however
Yeah.
you want to use it in the sentence. Yeah, and
Hmm.
khamar is alcohol. Absolutely. And alcohol has many different forms. So now
Yeah.
the next one is in chapter 5 that he brings and to destroy. Yeah.
Yes.
But push it away. Yeah. He said.
He just said, yeah, push it. I don't know,
Yeah.
fajtanibu.
590. Yeah. Yeah. But I'll show you this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 and 90. This took me a while to figure out that, here is again,
Yeah.
it's being addressed to those who believe. Alladhina amanu. Okay? And not to the Muslims, by the way. You must understand these commandments are those who believe. To those who believe, not the Muslims. Of course, you cannot be of those who actually believe if you're not a Muslim. But a Muslim is not being addressed here. Okay? I am a Muslim. I'm a messenger of the God, but I'm also a Muslim, which is the lowest level of all of these who believe. Yeah, those who believe are one step above the Muslim. I am 6 steps above the Muslim. And to get through those steps is a task. Yeah. Doesn't
Yes.
happen overnight unless
No.
God chooses you like Jesus. Then it'll
No.
happen overnight. Yeah. So, what does it say here? Surely what the alcohol and the gambling and the evil and the raffling, abomination from deeds of the Satan, but push him away. Maybe you prosper. So don't fall for these things, yeah, at the behest of Satan. What does he want? Surely what he wants, the Satan, that it occurs between you the enmity and the hatred and the alcohol and the gambling. Oh, do you not look around you? What
Yes.
happens? What happens with alcohol and gambling on the earth today? Love and cohesiveness, right? Everywhere you look, when there's alcohol and gambling involved, like the stock market is the biggest gambling den on the earth today.
Yeah.
Look at what's going on. It's bringing cohesion, friendship, love. Yeah, everybody is unanimously loving each other because of this gambling den, right? And let's not say anything about alcohol. I mean, it's
Yes.
obvious.
Yeah.
And he stops you over remembrance of the God
Yes.
and over the prayer. So, will you be stopping? That's the thing. Will you be stopping doing these things to stay away from God? It doesn't mean you have to stop and never do it again. None of that. None of that. And then continue on and obey the God and obey the messengers and be warned. But if you turn back, but no, surely what over our messengers, the delivering, the clear. So nothing over me except to deliver this message. Now, if you don't understand it because you're thick headed, it's not my problem. I'm not here to make you or force you to understand it. I'm here to tell you what it means. If you choose to stay away from it, and its clear meanings that I present to you, then you are at loss and you will always be at loss. You will never be able to gain yourself or your soul back. as you've lost it, yeah, if you don't understand this. So, not over those who believe and do the righteousness issue in what they feed. When what they fear and they believe and do the righteousness, then they fear and they believe, then they fear and they're beneficent. And the God, He loves the beneficent. So now I'll just show you one place before we move on. You have any other question on this?
No.
6145. All right, so here Muhammad is told and commanded to say by the Spirit, and I'm commanded to say the same to you all, since he's not here and I am. And he can't tell you this because you've made him into a fake entity that doesn't exist as per the Quran, and you've made him into a a liar from your mouth. He's not a liar. He's telling you this, which I'm telling you. What am I commanded to say? Not I find in what inspired to me forbidden over food, they eating it, except that it be dead. That means the dead people. Cannibalism is disallowed. Or blood flowing. So they talk about, well, blood is in the bones when you eat, put make soup out of them, and you've got like the meat that still have residual blood is not the issue. It's blood flowing or making into cubes and frying and eating it. Blood basically don't drink blood more than anything else, yeah, and that's what they're doing today on the earth. Your so-called elite, yeah, or
Yes.
meat of pig, but surely it abomination, or rebelliously killing to other than the God with it. These are the how many things? One, two, three, four things are absolutely forbidden. But if you need to, you can do that as well. But one driven other than overstepping and not transgressing, but surely your Lord forgiving mercy. So if you have to eat this, and there's nothing else you can find to eat because everything is taken away, or you're lost in the woods or in the desert or whatever, on the mountains, you can even eat any of this, although it's completely forbidden, and God will forgive for that. I mean, if you do it unintentionally because you didn't know, no harm over you. You're not doing it facetiously, you're
Yep.
not doing it purposefully, and that's what's going to take you to hell, not because there's no other option or you made a mistake. I mean, that if that's the case, then I'm going to hell for sure. Because I don't know how many times I've mistakenly had something that had some sort of lard which I didn't know about, or some other thing that I didn't know about. So this is the nonsense. So where is if this is he's telling you, I don't find anything forbidden over food. They're eating it. Oh, but that's not food. That's alcohol, really. Okay, so blood is not food because it's flowing. It's liquid. There you go. End of discussion there. These
Yes.
people will bring any nonsense, and God put the word in there will destroy their nonsense every time. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go. This is all that is forbidden. There is a corollary in chapter 5 which forbids you a few other things under certain conditions. But if you cleanse that stuff, you can still eat it. So it's not really forbidden. It's forbidden because of a certain condition it's in, right? Rotting meat, for example, and
Yep.
other animals have eaten and things like that, bashed and speared.
Bashed. Yeah.
Exactly. So these are the things that are forbidden, not forbidden, but you should use your head that I mean, that spear could have had some poison on it, right?
Yep.
It's
Yep.
to protect us, not to harm us, and the thing that's speared, that part of the meat is going to be bad, obviously. Or if you put a lead bullet in it, you want to eat lead, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yes.
so this is the nonsense they will do. So is it clear the guy is lying with
Yes.
absolute clarity? I mean,
Yeah.
the guy is a bloody liar. I mean,
Yep.
there's no two things about it.
Yeah, and the way he says abrogated, like as if I don't know what the heck. Yeah, like calm down, man, and
Yeah.
like you don't understand, and you are saying lies over God, and then you say it as if you have some kind of authority and power, and I don't know,
Yeah.
like yeah.
All right,
So
let's
yeah,
move on to the next one.
yeah,
Shall we? Shall we? Oh, our Satan, huh? Our Satan is coming this time, huh? This guy is a serious Satan, I tell you. That guy is just, I would say, uh, in my opinion, that guy is just a poor guy who got bought by Satan, and he's a dumb schmuck. Yeah, this guy actually, I think, has a brain. that half works, yeah, because it can't fully work. It's impossible, yeah. Look at the guy. I mean, look at where God made me stop him. Look at that face, huh? How beautiful does that face look and about to destroy you? I like
Clothes, his
the
attire.
clothes and all. Look at the background. What is this at the back? It's probably there. I don't even. You can't even. And the way they write the Arabic, so you can't even read it, huh?
Yeah.
How nonsensical is that? And
Okay.
of
So
course, there are 5.2 likes and 918,000 subscribers. Yeah, he's the right one, obviously.
okay. So this one is about. He's talking about the forbidden months. So
Hmm.
so okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how long do we have to listen before we destroy
Um,
him?
well, I mean, you can probably destroy him from the first, but
No,
like
but okay. How
one
much do you
minute,
want?
we listen
Okay.
like 1 minute here, and then you go to the
Okay.
next
All
video.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's listen. Let's listen what this nonsense monger has to say.
Often refer to the practices or the things that were taking place at the time. So there are four sacred months, and these were the months in which fighting was prohibited, in which all forms of battle was prohibited, even to the pre-Islamic.
Was even to the pre-Islamic. You know that, right? Because you were there in those times and you know it was forbidden then as well. Yeah. Yeah. The Quran says it's always been forbidden, by the way. So obviously it's always been forbidden. So
Since
even
this,
before that, yeah, because the Quran tells you, moron. Okay. So was is not right now it's not forbidden not to fight in. That's what he's trying to say. Yeah. Was forbidden. Let's see what he continues saying.
Arabs. And so you look at the names, Dhul Qa'dah, which means the month to sit, means that you sit back, you do not fight, you do not engage in any type of warfare. Dhul Hijjah is the month in which Hajj is. So there used to be, of course, an iteration of the Hajj in the pre-Islamic days. There is
Iteration.
Muharram, which means
Iteration of the Hajj. I see. So you have found some new Hajj that Abraham did not tell you to do, huh? That was a different iteration of the Hajj. I see.
forbidden. It's the beginning of the year, so it's forbidden.
Beginning of
And
the
then
year.
there's
Yeah. Who told you that Muharram is the beginning of the year? Yeah. Look at the nonsense has already gone on enough. Yeah. First of all, in the Quran, you scumbag. I'm talking to this guy. Yeah. And anybody else who thinks other than what I'm going to say, scumbags. Yeah. If you think and open the Quran and find me these 12 months and their names in the Quran and where God tells you which is the first month of the calendar year, then you can come and tell me this guy is uttering some truth. Otherwise, he's a scumbag, liar, Satan who's going to hell. And if you follow him, you will also go to hell. There is only one month named in the Quran, and that is the month of Ramadan. So if you push me in the corner and tell me which is the first month of the year, that would be the first month, Ramadan. Yeah. And then the other 11, what should you name them? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. That's how easy it is. So this scumbag is obviously a liar. Yeah. Obviously a liar. So which one has he forbidden so far? Let's see which of these months is Zilqad. I mean, which one is that anyway in the
he said
sequence?
it's the 11th month, the 12th month, according to their calendar, Muharram, and then he will talk about Rajab, which comes in the middle. I don't know, somewhere.
So basically, they've separated the 4 months. That's what he's
The
saying.
fourth, yes, the three
Okay, so
months, and then
you verified that because I don't even know the sequence because I don't give a
yeah,
damn what
yeah.
they name the months. I know which are the forbidden months, and we'll clearly discuss.
I mean,
So
he
let's
says it
the
in a
month of
little.
Rajab,
Yeah.
okay, let's listen.
which is the only month that is not in succession, that does
He
not
said,
come in succession.
okay,
And Rajab means to remove and refrain. So you would remove your weapons and you'd refrain from fighting somewhere in the middle of the year. Now, what the Arabs would do with these months is they would shift them around before Islam so that they could structure the year around their fighting. So if they needed to change a month so that they could engage in
oh yeah, you've just changed them all, you fool. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now you can move to the next video, next one
Okay.
of him.
What a freak, I tell you. What a freak. Okay. Let's go to the next one. What disgusting, wretched piece of garbage, eh?
the benefit of the order for us is that if you think about the way that Allah bunches these months up, you finish Ramadan, and then after Ramadan, you've got the 6 days in which you fast in Shawwal. And then immediately coming
Yeah, idiot. You freaking moron. Who told you to fast 6 days in Shawwal. Where did you find this nonsense? Total and absolute lie. I mean, just uttering that, he will go to hell, right? I mean,
Yes,
tell
of
me.
course. Yes,
He's
yes.
attributing it to God or his messenger,
Which
and he's
neither
going to
of
go to
them.
hell.
Yeah.
I mean, if you come yourself, hey, I have made myself that I'm going to fast all 12 months. Do it.
Yep.
Don't tell me God told you to do it. And if Muhammad comes and tells me that, by the way, you got to fast in Shawwal as well, I'm like, but the Quran says Ramadan only. Yeah. And there's no way he's going to say it, and you know it, right?
Yes, yes.
He will never be able to answer that because he's following the Quran. He's not
Yes.
following his own thoughts, neither am I. These
Hmm.
pieces of garbage, you know, these
Hmm.
scumbags are following the thoughts of Satan's writings of the Satan they follow. Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't follow writings of the Satan. The Quran tells you
Yes.
he will take you astray
Mhm.
and he
You
will
can.
turn you back after your faith rejectors and you will go to hell. This guy is following the writings of Satan. He himself is a Satan. There's no doubt in my mind. The beauty of your face has nothing to do with how satanic you are. It's not like proportional, yeah? The more beautiful a person is does not mean he's more pious, by the way. That's how they will portray it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's how they portray it to you. And the more ugly you are does not mean how evil you are, which is how they portray it. A bunch of
Mhm.
losers in this world, yeah? Absolute bunch of losers who have no ability to think, no ability to contemplate the signs of this book. They invent lies to perpetrate and perpetuate their nonsense. That's all they do. There's
Yep.
nothing else they do except that.
You can just move to now about 3:50, 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
On
So
this
we
one,
should, yeah, yeah,
okay, let's go to 350 and see what
yeah,
this
yeah.
moron monster says.
And then going into Dhul Hijjah, you're able to capitalize on the best 10 days of the year. And then right
Oh,
after Dhul
that's the best. I thought the Ramadan was the best month. I mean, where do you go with these guys? I mean, what do you do? What can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you what the four forbidden months are. The four forbidden months are the months you cannot kill land prey in. You should not fight unless they fight you, obviously. Yeah. I mean, if they fight you, you're going to fight them in those months as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on top of that, those 4 months are the months you can do the Hajj in as well. The Hajj, which is to, yeah, the iteration
Jerusalem.
they used to have, which was the real iteration in Jerusalem at the old house, which is Temple Mount and called Bait al Atiq in the Quran. Yeah, and they call it Bait al Quddus for some reason because they're deluded in their heads, obviously they're totally deluded. Yeah. That is where the Hajj is. And there are 2 days you need to go and spend there. That's it. That's the Hajj. And of those 4 months, you can do it in any 2 days. If they tell you the Hajj is on the whatever 12th
Mm.
of
I don't know.
Dhul Hajj or 11th, I don't know what date. I don't have
Yeah.
forgotten anyway. It was useless. Yeah.
Hmm.
Where is that written that you have to do it on these particular? And there's no calendar in the Quran. The only calendar God tells you is there are 12 months in a year, four of them are forbidden. When He created the heavens and the earth, four of them are forbidden. So those four are together. Yeah. And there are reasons for it. I'm not going to discuss here more than what I've already discussed. There are four together. It's Ramadan and the 3 months following it. If you lose time, say God switches us off and we wakes up and we don't know what's been going on and how much time has passed, then you see the first new moon and we call it first of Ramadan and start counting again. Yeah. Do you think they've got the 1440 years right from the Hijri calendar? Do you think they've got the 2000 years right in the Gregorian? Do you think the Mayan 12,000 years? Do you think the Jewish? Do you think the Chinese? Which is the calendar? They're just counting arbitrarily and they say their calendar is the right one. Yeah. Obviously, all calendars may be right or all calendars may be wrong, but not all of them can be right when one is right. That's for sure. Yeah. Only one can be right, the calendar. I guarantee you in my soul that we don't have that calendar. I mean, I don't think we have that calendar. Yeah,
So,
that
so
calendar is God.
yeah. No, so yeah, exactly. So 4 months Ramzan and the 3 months after that, and then in those months, you can go for contention, or
Yeah, the
and
Hajj.
then in 4 months there is no fighting in
Yeah,
those and in those 4 months you cannot hunt land animals.
yeah. You cannot hunt land prey.
Okay.
Sea prey is fine. The land of the prey is forbidden from hunting. Yeah, it's not killing. It's the hunting is forbidden. Yeah, if you own the animal in your backyard, you have a farm. I mean, I don't see any reason why you cannot kill the animal to eat it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot go out there in the wilderness and hunt the wild animals which are not under your control, as far as I seen this clearly, what God has written.
Mhm.
The act of killing an animal that belongs to you and is in your pen is a different issue. It's not hunting. I mean, he's in your possession, you're breeding it, and you'll
Yes.
be a fool if you could kill all your animals without proper breeding and staggering it so that you have a continuous supply of animals. And that's the reason why we're forbidden. Now that we get to it, yeah, that's the reason why we're forbidden to kill land animals for 4 months, because the lunar calendar travels through the seasons and makes a circuit every 28 to 30 odd years, all the way around the seasons, yeah, winter, summer, spring, and autumn. So you cover all the animals during a 20-30 year cycle, because they have different breeding cycles, animals, yeah. And you protect the animal population by doing that, by not hunting
Okay.
the animal in those 4 months. That's it. That's the reason.
Yep.
They will bring up nonsense, this piece of
Yeah.
garbage. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy is such a wretched piece of garbage. Just from the face, he's being uh, the beautiful, polite, you know, calm sense, showing you that he has it. He's got your back. He's telling you the truth. Isn't that how every banker talks to you? Isn't that how every person who's selling you a car talks to you? And once you've bought it and turn around, he's going to come running after you to make sure you're okay, right? He just needs you to buy the lie so you go to hell with him. He's already in hell. His soul is gone. This ain't coming back.
So anyway, if you're going to listen to the video or you're done, basically what they
And more,
say
we
is
can talk to more. Yeah,
okay.
let's listen to. I
Okay.
mean, let's listen more what this moron has to say.
Hijjah, you have Muharram, which is the best month to fast outside of Ramadan. So
Really, where did that come from? What a piece of garbage, nonsense.
you can increase your fasting. And so the way that these months are bunched up, you go out of the Islamic year or you finish the Islamic year strong, and then you're able to start the Islamic year strong.
The Islamic year. I mean, where the hell has God told you there's an Islamic year? Yeah. I mean, what can be said about this moron?
Just a little more, like we
Little
can.
more. Let's
Yeah.
little more. More of this nonsense.
And you're able to maintain that spiritual high.
Oh,
So
the spiritual high. The only high you're on is because the cocaine you snorted a few hours ago. Yeah, that's the only reason you're high. The only highness you have is in hell. You'll be high in hell, don't worry. Yeah. Look at this moron. This scumbag. Literal scumbag.
what happens in these months, or what's to be taken into consideration at a practical level outside of the specified virtues of those months and outside of
What are the specified which what is he talking about?
I don't know. I
What
didn't
are the
understand that.
specified virtues of these months? The only month I know is mentioned is Ramadan. Yeah, fast in it. That's what God tells me. Fast in it. In it came down the Quran. So whoever witnesses, fast in it. So you fear. He ordained, he told you, not ordained, he told you, he wrote over you the fast.
Written over you the
Yeah,
fasting.
wrote
Yeah.
over you the fasts. He wrote over you the fasts. So you fear. Maybe you fear. That's why he wrote the fasts over us. That's why it's there. Fear what? Fear, hunger, and thirst.
Yeah.
That's it. So what is this nonsense monger uttering from his goddamn mouth? Cursed to infinity he be. Let's continue.
the outside of war and battle and things that are not applicable to us today. Well, for one,
What? How is wanted battle not applicable to us. Oh my God. I mean, that's it, man. That's I'm not.
Just a little more. This is I
This is the
wanted to hear
humdinger.
because
Okay.
no, not
Okay.
humdinger, but this is what
Humdinger.
many of them say, that these are
Okay.
the forbidden months for this.
Good deeds are more acceptable, or are more beneficial, more blessed in these days. So Allah multiplies the rewards of good deeds in these months.
Really? And the other months, He doesn't multiply them, yeah?
Yeah, this is what I
The other
wanted to
months, if
hear.
you do good deeds, so don't do. Listen to me. Keep that spiritual energy in you. Okay? Keep it bottled. Yeah? Keep it bottled up. Because you don't want to let that spiritual energy out of you in the other 8 months. Okay? So when these 4 months come, man, just let loose. Let loose those deeds. Because God's going to multiply them, yeah, in these 4 months. All right?
Yeah.
You got it?
Uh,
Is it clear?
Yes, very
Okay.
clear.
We understand, Mr. Uh,
Umar
Big
Suleiman.
Face.
Hmm.
Big Face is his name from now on, yeah. Big Face. Yeah, he's got ears like a pig as it is. I'm being very extremely facetious. I shouldn't be saying it, but no, I'm going to say it. He's got ears like a pig. I think he's going to turn into a pig pretty soon, yeah.
Okay,
Pretty soon we'll see him turn into a pig. If not here, then in the hereafter, yeah. Hopefully in the hereafter for sure, yeah. We see this guy as a pig being slaughtered day and night, yeah. Is there any more or this is it?
just he will talk about the
Okay.
sins.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also, because it's a sacred month, or these are sacred months, the sins are also amplified, or they're worse in these days.
Okay,
And this
that's
is according to a saying of
Okay, so
that's
now, oh no, hold on a second. God put in the Quran that no evil is repaid except example. But in these 4 months, I'm going to amplify them. Okay, I forgot to write it in the Quran, but in these 4 months, if you do sins, I'm going to amplify the sins for you as well. So you'll be paid. Uh, I don't know how many times because I haven't written, but you're going to be paid more. What a joker, man. I mean, and people listen to these guys.
yes.
People listen to these guys. That is the
Yeah,
atrocity, yeah?
yeah,
And a guy
yeah.
like me who is straight to your face, pulls no punches, I will tell you you're going to hell when I see it. I don't take any kind of prisoners in that context. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see you going to hell, I'm going to tell you you're going to hell. And that's what I tell most people I meet. Yeah. And of course, they can't hack that. I mean, who are you to decide? Only God decides who goes, and He's deciding everything for you that God has decided, which you want to hear, right? So that's okay. The guy who tells you you're going to hell and God, no, you can't decide that, right? You can't decide that. But he can tell you exactly what's going to happen with your evil deeds and the good deeds in those months, and which those months are, and the virtues that have already been taught. What virtues, idiot? Which month has God told you is more virtuous than another month? Which month? Tell me.
No, he hasn't told us.
Exactly. He hasn't told us. So this
Yeah.
is nonsense. He hasn't told us the name of any month except
Except,
Ramadan.
yeah.
And he tells us what? Does he tell us that you're going to get more reward for good deeds in Ramadan anywhere?
No.
Not at all. So lying scumbag is the only thing I can tell this guy.
Okay,
Lying scumbag.
we are done with him now.
All right, we're done with him. Thank God. Thank God we're done with this monster. All right, now we come with this Noman character. This guy is a special thing. Huh? This guy is special, I must say. And he's from our erstwhile nation, no longer our nation. I think of Pakistan. I think this moron is actually from Pakistan. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but I do believe. Yeah,
I
let's
think so.
let's look at this picture. Huh? Let's take in this picture here. If the Quran is up for us, why do we still need hadith? Okay. And the thing is, it's written in the Quran that is enough. And now he's going to tell you why you need hadith, even though God has told you Quran is enough in the Quran, right? He's going to tell us why we need hadith. I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is a part of it that I've taken. The first part we will watch in the next video. This is the
All
end
right.
part that I
Okay,
wanted
no,
you to listen.
let's watch the first part then first. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I thought that was the second part.
That was longer. That's why I put this one first.
No, let's listen to the longer one, which is the first part. Listen to the first part. Yeah. All righty. So bring him on. Bring this piece of garbage on. I hope I get the right one here. Yeah. Let's see. No, this is not the right one.
No, this is not the other one.
So Let's bring the right one now. This one. No, still got the wrong one.
Did I
Wow.
send you the wrong thing?
No, you didn't send me the wrong thing. I'm not choosing the right one.
It's 2 minutes and 50 seconds. You can go back on the video to 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Let me try and find it. Apparently, I can't find it, huh? Wow. Interesting. Interesting.
You can just go back on that video to 2 minutes and 50
Okay,
seconds.
fine. Let's do that. Oh, see, just when you said it, it came by itself. All right, let's look at the picture. Look at this guy, scumbag Satan, right away, because I already know this guy, scumbag Satan. Look at this, yeah, Allah and Muhammad. There's nothing else for you, okay? Nothing to see here. God 1 and God 2, correct? That's God 1, that's God 2. Yeah, right? That's what
Yes.
you're seeing, and then you have these weird artifacts here, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let's listen to this piece of shit.
About unconditional submission and trust and reliance in Allah. As a matter of fact, the ayah I want to share with you is ayah number 65, but I want to tell you some things about ayah number 66 to help you appreciate what kind of trust Allah expects from His followers. So He says, وَلَوْ أَنَّا كَتَبْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ, had we mandated onto them, أَنِ اقْتُلُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ أَوْ اخْرُجُوا مِنْ دِيَارِكُمْ, that you should kill yourselves, kill your own selves, or leave your homes, which doesn't make any sense. Allah never commanded us to kill ourselves or leave our homes. But He says, hypothetically, had He even done that, no, most people wouldn't have done it because they wouldn't have found that.
So, first of all, this nonsense monger is lying about what's written there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's lying about the sign. It doesn't say kill yourselves, it says fight yourselves. It says fight yourselves or get out of your houses. I mean, I can bring that up later. Just remind me to show you where that sign is, what it says. Let's see. So let's continue.
Reasonable, ما فعلوه إلا قليل. And then He says, ولو أنهم فعلوا ما يوعظون به لكان خيرا لهم. Had they done what they were being told to do, it would have been better for them. What Allah is saying is, what He asks you to do can only be based on wisdom, even if it doesn't make sense to you. That's that point. He never asked us to do any of those things that are unreasonable. But Allah is making the point, you feel so rightful or so, so entitled to be able to question the wisdom behind what Allah says. You're not in that position. Now I want to take you an ayah before.
But you are, you piece of shit, huh? But you are questioning what God has written, right? Fundamentally, that's what He's doing without understanding what God has written. Yeah. And it ain't God who's speaking to this moron.
Yeah. You will get that
First
in the
of all.
next part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is one of the unique places in the Quran where Allah swears by Himself. This is not a norm in the Quran. Normally, Allah will swear by one of His creations, calling them as a witness.
What?
Like wal asr, wal fajr, wal teen, wal zaytun.
That is not a swearing. First of all, these things and this and the fig and the olive. I mean, what nonsense? They think were means to swear, yeah? Wallah doesn't mean swear, you moron. Wallah means and the God. Or and Allah. Yeah, and the God. So this nonsense, they made it into their goddamn religion, right? They
Yes.
made it into the goddamn religion that this means swearing. Wallahi, wallahi, wallahi is not a swearing. These are a bunch of losers and nonsensical liars. And again, the bastard has 334,000 views and 1.38 million subscribers. This is what these bastards are going to follow, other bastards who will take them to freaking hell. Yeah? Bastards follow bastards. Simple as that. Believers follow believers. And believers follow the messengers.
Yes.
Yeah, and they follow the Quran and the Torah and the Injil in their original forms, and whatever is of good of them on the earth today, you must accept that as the truth as well, which does not contradict the Quran and corroborates it, is true. And there's lots. I mean, there's so much. You've read enough of it. I've read enough of the Torah
Yes.
and the Injil that it has so much truth in it that it's not even funny. They don't have the first thing, and they take these signs out of context, obviously, and they utter garbage.
Yep.
Scumbag.
He'll swear by the fig or the olive. He'll swear by the Mount of Sinai. He'll swear by the sun or the moon. He'll swear by time itself. In this particular ayah, he swears, فَلَا وَرَبِّكَ. Then no, I swear by your master. He swore by himself, which is unique. This is very rare in the Quran.
Piece of garbage. Why are we listening to this? I don't want to listen to this nonsense. Is there anything else worth listening to in this sequence?
In this, he goes on to say that, where it says that till they make you judge,
Okay.
in the sign where it
That
says
Allah will
So
Shah.
swear
where
by
is that
himself.
coming? Let's
But he
go to
does that
that.
in this. And so he even acknowledged the Prophet ﷺ in the oath that he took by himself. Now, what is it? What is so heavy that before you even mention it, before Allah rather even mentions it, he takes an oath by himself. He says, "La yu'minuna," they have no faith. Now, we haven't been told who these people are yet, but whoever he's talking about do not have an ounce of faith. And he is so adamant about the fact that they don't have an ounce of faith that he's willing to stake his own name as an oath, as a credential to this statement. I swear by myself, in a sense, they have no faith. I swear by your master, they have no faith whatsoever.
Bullshitter.
Who are these people?
Bullshitter. So I'll go to that sign, yeah, what he's talking about. This is a sign in chapter 4, correct?
Yes, 66,
So what's in the
65.
next part of this? Is there
Okay,
anything of interest in the next time that needs?
just listen to the
Okay, let's
next.
listen to this first and end it.
What renders their faith null and void, that is coming in the rest of this ayah. حَتَّى يُحَكِّمُوكَ فِي مَا شَجَرَ بَيْنَهُم. Our creed, the Muslim creed, is that every word of the Quran is literally the word of Allah. Allah does not say anything extra. Allah doesn't say anything that doesn't need to be said. There's nothing that could have been said in a better way. We believe this to be literally the word of Allah. So now listen to this literal word of Allah once again. حَتَّى يُحَكِّمُوكَ فِيمَا شَجَرَ بَيْنَهُم. Until they make you, the decision maker in whatever sprouts among them. Allah did not say they have no faith until they make the Quran, حَتَّى يُحَكِّمُوا الْقُرْآنِ, until they make the Quran the decision maker.
This is total bloody nonsense, satanic
That's
gobbledygook, total, complete rubbish.
Yeah. And then he
Rubbish and
says,
nonsense based on. So Muhammad is told to judge only with the Quran, what is sent down to him. So obviously any judgment he's going to make is going to be from the Quran. So this
exactly.
nonsense monger, satanic piece of garbage, may God curse him. God is cursing him forever. Don't
Yep.
worry about it, unless he's not going to change, obviously. So let's look at where this sign is. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's bring that sign that this bastard is speaking about, the lies that he's uttering. I
Yeah.
believe
And
it's in chapter 4. Yeah.
chapter 4, sign number 65 and 66. The
Yeah.
first one he talked about, obviously 66, and then he went back to.
Okay, so let's look at this sign.
We can't
What
see
this,
it.
let me bring it on. Let's look at this sign and see this what monster has uttered absolute garbage about God. So this is the sign, chapter 4. So let's look at the Arabic. Fala, but not, wa rabbika, and your Lord. Yeah, there's no swearing here. So he's talking about this is a swear. There's no swearing here. But not, and your Lord. And it ain't your Lord speaking here. Idiot. It is the Spirit of God talking to you. And he's telling you, and if you're the messenger, which I am today, yeah, Muhammad was then, and every other one was before him, and whoever's after him, and whoever will come after me, right? Each one of us will be told this. But not, and your Lord, not will they believe, la yu'minuna, till they make you judge in what crops between them. Then not will they find in their souls problem from what you decide, and they will make peace acceptingly, or they will submit acceptingly, or they will make peace submitting, whatever you want to write here, it doesn't matter. They make peace acceptingly. Yeah. So what does it mean? That if you people have a problem and you're believers and you don't bring it to me and you go on your way and decide nonsense without truth, you will not be believers. You got to bring the issue to the messenger, and the messenger will decide for you. That doesn't mean what I decide for a certain thing that you can apply for all of eternity. You can't. This is not the Supreme Court of the United States, which gives precedent in a judgment, and then every other nonsensical judgment you have after that based on that, which has nothing to do with that judgment directly, but it will apply to everything else. Nonsense. Every situation, every single situation is independent of another, because it can never be exactly perfectly equal with. Every situation has to be determined on the merits of what is going on in that situation. You cannot just take one judgment and, oh, he did that there, so this applies to you as well. No, no, no. Every situation has to be judged on its own merits. And the messenger, which happens to be me today, will judge based on what the Quran tells us and the truth. As David was told by his Lord, to judge with the truth, do not judge with your thoughts. Yeah, it will make you stray over. And these people are judging with their thoughts.
Yes.
Total nonsense. So, this only means that when the messenger is here, you will make him judge in what crops up between you. And if you don't, you will not believe. That's all it's saying. Muhammad ain't here, guys. Muhammad is not here. The Quran is here, and I am here with the Quran as Muhammad was here with the Quran. We judge with the same book, and he judges with the same book and wisdom and law that the Messiah Jesus judged with and what Moses judged with before them. It's the same law, it's in this Quran. It will judge everything that will occur on the earth. You just have to go into your souls and look into this book and understand it. But only the messenger is brought the level of wisdom and knowledge to
Yes.
actually use this to judge between anybody on the earth, between mankind. I don't judge between the angels. Yeah, they judge over me. I don't judge the spirit of God. He judges me. And nobody judges God. He judges us while we're all trying to judge God, yeah, with our thoughts.
Yes.
Sitting there, listening to our thoughts and saying, what's wrong with these idiots? What don't they see that they cannot see? Bunch of retards, yeah.
Okay.
Absolute retard.
And you should explain the second sign too, right?
So,
Where he was saying, kill yourselves.
and if and if surely we wrote over them that fight yourselves, so fight your souls, just like what Moses said in chapter 2 after they took the
Tough.
calf, when he went for the 40 nights to God. They say that they told them to fight each other, and they actually say they killed each
Yeah.
other. Some of
I've
the called
I've heard that too.
retarded Muslims, you've heard this,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Yeah. So they told them to kill, and God knows how many people. You idiots. He's trying to tell you, fight your souls, yourselves. Okay? You need to fight your soul to succeed, not someone else. Once you've succeeded over your soul, then you can fight in the path of God with righteousness. But until you don't overcome your own goddamned soul, because it's damned until it's not damned, yeah? Until God decides to not damn you because you're deluded and you're lost in your thoughts, you're not going to be able to overcome your soul's nastiness, wickedness, wretchedness. You need to fight your souls or get out from your homes. So get out of your homes. Why? To immigrate somewhere else, to go fight someone, whatever. It doesn't matter. Not they would do it except a few from them. So if who is this we wrote, it is the spirit and God and the spirit. If we mean spirit and God here. Whenever you see we, not whenever, most places when you see we in the Quran, it means God, the spirit, and the angels. In some cases it means we, only God refers to himself as we. Yeah, you need to understand where is the royal we and where is the collective we that is written. And that obviously is beyond these morons because they don't understand it is the Holy Spirit, Gabriel, talking to us in this Quran. He is the messenger honored that is delivering the saying, the Quran. It is the Holy Spirit. It ain't a saying of a bashar, it's written. They say it's a saying of a bashar, a conscious being. No, no, no. This is a saying of the Holy Spirit, the Quran, taught to him by God the Almighty. No one can make up this Quran except God. The perfection of this Quran cannot be repeated by any demon, man, or all of demons and men altogether. So that's it. Not would they do it except a few from them. So that's what they're being told. When I tell you guys, fight your souls and get out of your homes and do something righteous for God, most of you will run away because it's not in your benefit to do that in this world, because you will lose your cockiness, your arrogance, yeah, and you will be harmed outside your home by having to go and dig a hole or go and fight the enemy or go and deliver the message. That doesn't bring me any wealth and popularity. The people just scorn on me when I tell them the truth. Yeah, that's what's going. So most of them will not do it. Never done it before. Do you think these people talk about the companions of Muhammad being the best of the companions of any messenger or prophet. Yeah.
Yes.
They are just as bad as any of the ones before. Okay. They ridiculed Muhammad. They were hypocritical to Muhammad. They disobeyed his commands, and they rejected most of what he brought them and did not understand anything and followed their thoughts, just like the ones before. There's a few that follow the prophet. There's a few who actually follow the prophet and obey him and believe with him and what he brings. And the Quran is in front of you. Now there's no doubt of what the messenger is saying, which is me. The Quran is in front of you. I'm saying what it says, and I'm telling you what it means. Why don't you bring why don't you bring your judgment against me when I tell you what the Quran says from the Quran? Don't bring me your goddamned things from outside the Quran. Yeah, the Quran is the absolute judgment, which we are told and commanded as messengers of God to absolutely and only judge with the words in this book and nothing else, and not our thoughts. So I've judged with this book for over what, 15 years now.
Yeah.
None of that judgment has come to bite me in my rear, and I've seen it bite everyone else in their rear ends when they stand against it. Everyone that I've known, that I've said this to, and those who I don't know, they're getting done the same. I just don't know it because God has told his messengers, and his messenger in particular, the one on the earth today, me, that over you is the delivering and over us is the account. And who are these us? God, the Spirit, and the angels. They're all standing by. They will appear at an instant's notice. An instant is too long, actually. It'll be much quicker than an
Yes.
instant when they will appear. And then when God says the punishment will come suddenly, understand it. When the angels are going to bring the punishment, it will be sudden. It's not going to be, oh, God's going to send a command, then the command and control center discusses it, then they pass it down to the second level and the third level and the fifth, and then the infantryman, oh, idiots, it's like this. It's not even a blinking of the eye. You people are the retarded ones on the earth that can't do anything straight, you know. You are big on words and big on your game playing, you know, and you bring a game which is useless, which
Yeah.
doesn't do for not add up to naught. It does, yeah, every time. This is the way of God. You know, he makes us think that we have some power. I mean, he does. Because we think we have some power. People like me, we know we have no power, although we have power. But this whole sham is a sham that we're in. We're in a scam sham of a life creation, which obviously none of these goddamn scientists can figure out. And they're making their theories, yeah? The
Mhm.
theory of this and the theory of that. And then we have proven the theory. How did you prove it? Because we suppose that the theory was right. So then we made things to make sure it proves it right. So now this is law. This is how they do it.
Yes.
I mean, you've studied science, I've studied science. But how did that happen? Oh, don't, that's just accepted. What do you mean? How do you know the sun is 93 million miles? Oh, we just know it. How do we know it? We just know it. Somebody did an experiment 2000 years ago. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right then. Who was that guy? Oh, it was this guy called, I don't know what. You know, I don't know the name of these guys. I
It
don't know.
doesn't matter. It's not relevant because it's not true. So,
Bartholomew came and, oh no, it's not the earth at the center, it's the sun. Sun is at the center. We're not at the center. Yeah. I mean, okay. And then Einstein, well, we don't know. We cannot make any experiment to determine whether the earth is going around the sun or the sun around the earth. We have no experiment to prove that. I see. So, but you've already proven it somehow. But there is no actual empirical evidence or an experiment that you can do to prove it. But that's the way it is. I see. That's science. That's science for you. And this is a fact. I mean, if you can prove that the sun is going around the earth or the earth is going around the sun, yeah, try and prove it. There's no experiment that he says it, but you can actually prove that the sun is going around the earth
yes.
right above you. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
easily prove that. But that would mean that the earth is not a ball, but that's already proven as well, right? That the earth
Yeah.
is a ball. So there's no way that the sun can be going around. The okay, it could be actually. We could be mistaken, they say. Yeah? It's a nonsensical garbage, absolute total
Mhm.
Nonsense to a level that you just cannot imagine. Yeah. How wretched are these people? Huh?
Yeah. We can listen to the next one of Noman.
They want to listen to that.
Yes, it's very not good, but
What do you mean it's very not good?
yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna make me swear at him more, huh? That's the plan, I see. That's the plan. All right, let's listen to this garbage monger.
The writing of it, the coming together of it is actually a formality that was necessary down the road. But originally, ayatun bayyinatun fi sudur alladhina utul ilm, Quran itself will declare these are miraculous signs lying in the chests of those who've been given knowledge. Overwhelmingly, people around the world, hundreds of thousands of people, memorized the Quran within the first generation. That's how the Quran actually spread, and that's actually how the Sunnah.
Yeah, this is all written in the Quran, right? That's exactly how the Quran is supposed to spread because they memorized it and then after 100 years they said, I think we should write it down. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I think our memorization might not work for too long. I think we need to write it down. Oh, all the memorizers come together. How many things do you memorize? And then you come up with the same regurgitation of it
Yeah,
afterward.
right.
Not
Not
lying scumbag, lying scumbag. No two things about it.
Of the Prophet ﷺ actually spread originally through these reliable people, the same people we rely on for the Quran. What I'm saying is, Allah did when Allah
Same people be relying on the Quran. This guy has got a death wish, yeah?
okay. Okay, just listen to this thought. What he's
Okay.
saying.
All right.
said He will protect the Quran, He didn't send us some box from the sky that the Quran came in and you couldn't touch it anymore. He used people of reliable chests to preserve the Quran. And it's those very people that have brought us this tradition, this incredible tradition of the Prophet ﷺ. Yes, it requires
What a freaking jump of faith there, yeah? First of all, the jump of faith that it was not written while Muhammad was here. The guys were so fantastic, better than Muhammad, obviously, that they were going to keep the Quran going, memorized, and also what Muhammad said at the same time. So after 100 years or so, those guys say, oh, let's just write this down. Maybe we want to write it down. Yeah, maybe they will forget. Let's just write it down. Okay. Then after another 150 years, oh, we might want to write down what Muhammad said as well. You know it, right? Oh, yeah, that was my great, 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 great. And he said, and this is what he said. What a bunch of nonsense, man. I mean, this guy deserves to be lined up and shot.
Did you hear the part where he says that God didn't keep the Quran in a
In a
box that you
box,
couldn't
yeah,
interpret?
exactly.
Yeah.
And he says it's in a tablet guarded. In the Quran is written that it is in a tablet guarded, the Quran. Yeah, he didn't send it down in that. Yes, that's right. When he didn't send it down because the scribes wrote it. The scribes that came out of the cave, that were sleeping in the cave for 309 years, yeah, from whence Jesus and his people left, yeah, and he was made into Son of God and God. Those people were taken to the cave. They slept in the cave for 309 years. Then they were brought out of the cave, yeah, and they were made apparent to the people around them. And then when Muhammad and the believers came for the great Hajj to Jerusalem, to Beit al-Atiq, that's when those scribes, the numbers we do not know about, Muhammad knew, I don't, yeah, they wrote the Quran as the Holy Spirit and the angels descended to read it in 10 nights of that 1 month of Ramadan after Muhammad was put in charge. All the retarded, partnering, rejecting people were all destroyed and set to their places. This Quran came down. It did not come down uh, before that in its entirety. Obviously, the inspirations come to us all the time. I get inspired all the time by God, yeah, through different means. Obviously, the Quran is the biggest mean, and then there's so many other means. Everybody is inspired. I mean, when people say only the Prophet is inspired, they're a bunch of losers. The Satans inspire. It's written in the Quran. The Satan inspires his followers. These rejectors, this Noman piece of shit, Ali, stupid Khan, yeah, this moron is inspiring his followers through absolute lies. Absolute lies with absolutely no sense except nonsense and gibberish and gobbledygook and garbage, and he mongers it day and night because he's loved by them. We are not loved on the earth. The messenger, when he comes, is always called crazy, the rejecter, yeah, the blasphemer, with him a demon. He's inventing over God. These morons who are followed, and the vast majority on the earth that are following a certain type of way, they are the right ones. And it happens every time, but they don't seem to understand that that is the way of God. That He sends one man with the truth, and you will reject that one man every time. And in the end, you will be destroyed for rejecting that one man. Why can't you understand that? No? All right. Well, no takers, I guess. I'm happy. I keep saying I'm pretty happy that I don't have too many followers because it'll be a chore to look to have people like come in and asking you every day. Yeah? I mean, I would probably have a live stream with Q&A, right? These people have. I'm not really interested in that too much. Follow your own guidance, and then when you're lost, then you can come and ask me when you're lost. But they will never ask when they're lost. They will come when the truth is by their side. When they know they're in the right, they will come to the messenger. When they know that they don't know or they're wrong, they will run. They will run the other way. This is how mankind is. You know, they never want to live up to their evils. They always want to live up to their good.
Yes, that's correct. So there's one more,
No, no,
if you
I'm
want to
done now.
listen. Okay,
It's
yeah,
past the hour. He's done.
yeah,
This guy's done, and I'm done with these guys.
yeah.
Well, that was a nice bunch of retards with such retarded nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was like when I was searching for forbidden months and I realized that, wow, really nobody's saying anything what actually matters. Like I heard, I think two or three people, and they all said that maybe I just heard two or whatever, two or three. They all said that, oh, during these months, your good deeds are multiplied and your bad
Mm.
deeds are, like obviously multiplied. So don't do bad deeds, like, you will get more, whatever. And I was like, wait, what about hunting? What about, uh, the
The Hajj.
contention? Because it's written the contention months are known. It
Oh,
doesn't say the contention month is known, it's
yeah.
contention months are known.
Yep.
So
Yep.
exactly. So anyway,
Ashhurul Hajj Ma'lumat. Yeah.
I
The
don't know
month
that.
of the contention they known.
Mhm. So,
Yeah, they're not going to wake up. You know it. Yeah.
no, no. And talking about alcohol, there was also this person, and he said that I guess this was a time when we had the pandemic, and I guess people were asking him question about because the hand sanitizer was such a purifier, right? So it has
Mhm.
alcohol. So he said, well, the alcohol that comes from, I think he said grapes and dates and apples, that is totally forbidden. Like you can't, like the alcohol that comes from it, you cannot drink it. Neither can you put it on your body. But the one
Mhm.
that's made in the laboratory is pure. You still can't drink it, but it's so pure that if you put it on your body, it will purify you. So it's okay to
What up? So
use
the
it.
laboratory God didn't do it right. Yeah. These people had to make it pure. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. He said laboratory, exactly. Laboratory people made it. So that one is so pure that if you use it on your hands, it will purify it and your body, and it's okay to use in perfumes and cosmetics and
Hmm.
blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, wow. For one
Wretched.
thing, alcohol is not forbidden, but yeah, look at the way you turn and twist the words of God and make allowed and forbidden and confuse the people, right?
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
You can have alcohol as long as you know your limits. And you should know that if you get drunk, God has told you not to pray. So a believer will stay away from alcohol. That's all. He's not going to have it. He's going to stay away from it, getting intoxicated. It doesn't say don't drink alcohol and then come to pray. It says don't be intoxicated and don't come to bed till you know what you're saying. So it has
yeah,
nothing to do with having alcohol or not. I can have a glass of alcohol and I'm totally clear in my mind. A woman can have a glass and she goes woozy. Women are more susceptible to alcohol in general than men are. It's known. It's a known fact. You know, it's
yeah,
the way it is. I mean, there goes the equality out the door.
yeah,
There's no
yeah,
equality here. Yeah, man is not equal to woman.
Yep.
Man is higher ranked than woman in this
Yep.
creation of man, obviously. The male man is higher than the female man. The masculine man is created higher ranked than the feminine man, the
Yep.
female man. But they're all both man. I mean, we're all man,
Yep.
mankind. Yeah. But they say, oh, it's people kind. Yeah. Okay. Well, God says the ants are people as well. So, we're ants. Oh, that's why they call themselves ants if they want as well. Because you got to be people kind. You can be a bear or a pig or a hawk or an eagle, whatever you want to be. Because we're all people kind. Yeah. I mean, all of us on the earth, we're all people kind. What a
Yep.
bunch of morons, man.
Yep.
These people are going to find themselves in hell soon.
Anyway,
What else?
so no, that's it. So inshallah, till we meet next week.
Till the next time we bring some other stuff that they utter garbage on. If
Yeah.
wish to the Lord, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Inshallah. Okay. Salam, Asad.